Hello class. This video is about the future value of an annuity due. It's a continuation of a problem that we started, and we have Lev who is depositing $5,000 a year, and he is getting 6% annual rate of interest for 10 years, and we want to know how much will he have accumulated at the end of the 10th year. The first payment comes at the very first day. And so he does 10 years, and what's going to happen is that last payment will come, and then it has a whole extra year to earn interest as compared to the one we just did. So in the last example, when it's an ordinary annuity, the last payment comes on the last day of the 10th year. So if you think about it, you're not earning any interest on that last payment. So what do you think is going to happen here? Is our future value going to be a little higher? Lower? The same? If we're putting in the money earlier, we're earning interest earlier, so yeah, we can expect the future value is going to be a little higher. Let's see if that works out. So I've plugged in my information here. We got 10 years, 6% interest, present value. I'm just going to make this clear. We keep this at 0. Even though there's going to be a payment on the very first day, t equals 0 is the present value at this point. Before anything happens, the present value is 0. That first payment and all other 9 other payments will be considered in this line here under the payment. The type, in this case, we type it as a 1 for Excel. That tells us that it comes at the beginning of the period. Now we're going to click on our formulas. Just go up to Financial FV. I'm going to click on my boxes and get this all loaded up. Okay, so take a look. He earns quite a bit more interest given the fact that of the timing of those payments. So now let's take a look at what happens when it's a semi-annual. So instead of $5,000 each year, he's doing $2,500 every 6 months. The number of periods goes to 20. 10 years, 2 payments each year. The rate, we take the annual rate divided by 2. PV is still 0. Our payment is at $2,500. Our type is still 1. Now I'm going to go ahead and click my recently used. So how does that change things? Well, it makes our number a little bit lower. And let's think about this. Instead of putting a whole $5,000 in on January 1st, let's say, he's only putting in $2,500. So that very first compounding period, he's earned less interest. Then he puts his next $2,500 in, again, less interest. And so at the beginning of at the end of the first year, he's still got $5,000 in, but he's earned far more interest because he deposited at the very beginning of the year instead of splitting it up into 2 periods. And so as you continue that pattern, then the overall future value is slightly lower.